On this episode of Biggs Build Hot Rods, we're going to try to mock this motor up, get the frame mounts made. I got this one kind of sitting in there. You can see I'm going to cut that off across there. Trim this side up over here so it sets down more square, and then I'll weld it around that. And I also started mocking up the transmission cross member. It's in there. This is the factory CADILAC trans mount. So what I'm gonna do here is, you can see this, I'm gonna cut that out, drill the 2 holes, and then just cut this down and weld that to the cross member that I had in it before, to this cross member. And then it'll just bolt to there. So, yep, that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully we'll get that done and maybe even do the drive shaft. I gotta square this motor and trans back up again. It's moved on me. I guess cherry picker wheat down, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's kind of setting over that way a little bit. And we will see. And I'm not going to use these manifolds. I mean, I'll probably start it with these, but I think I'm going to do like I think they call them lake pipes, straight out the side by the doors, kind of. As long as it ain't in the way of my doors. I mean, my doors, you know, they're suicide, so we will see. I think they come in a kit to build them, so I can pretty much do what I want there. If I need to turn them down a little or whatever. So we will see what we do. Right now, that's what I'm going to do. I got to cut this other frame mount off. I'm still waiting on my motor mount for the other side, so I can't go too far. But I got to cut this off so I can use it on the other side. But I got her pretty close. Like I said, I know about what I want here. I just I'm going to make these 2 things up. And then when I get my other motor mount in, I'll do the last side, and that'll be that. The 3 points of the motor will be done. So I'll probably let you guys watch a little bit of this. I mean, I don't know how much you want to see, but I'll show some of it, and we'll be back. Alright, got this one all made, mocked up. She's ready to weld on. I will probably put some plates on the side of this, down to the side, at least across here, like that. So probably make a little L shape go over and down the side of the frame, just for a little extra gusset type deal. You can see that there. Pretty good fit. It'll be moved over just a hair so it sets on down. I have plenty to weld to there. And it's setting in it. I think it looks pretty good. I'm going to get ready and tack this one on. I don't think I'm going to weld it out until I get the other side. Then I'll start making this transmission mount up. I got it pretty much set right where I want it now. Got it strapped over. She's pretty close to in line. Like I said, it's going to push over just a hair. So she's close. We'll get that tacked on, and we'll come back and play with something else. She's pretty good. You see, I had to let it set over just a little because the rear sets over about 1.5 inches or 2 inches. The center of the rear sets over a little bit, so I wanted it kind of straight in line, so it's going to set a little over to this side, just a little. So that is what it is, and yeah, I'm going to tack this on, and we will be back. I know some of you guys get a kick out of me using these 7-inch cut wheels on a 4-inch grinder, but let me tell you, I can take that 7-inch cut wheel and probably cut as much as 20 or 30 4-inch cut wheels. I don't know if it's the brand or what. I think it is for stainless steel, I think. But I'm telling you, I'm cutting this 3/4, that's probably 3/8 thick, actually 3/8 thick plate, like nothing. Yeah, so I probably ain't never buying no 4 inches no more unless I can get this brand or something. I might try the brand and go from there, but I like it. Just keep your fingers out of the way, that's all. And hey, I'm down a few anyway, so it don't much matter. All right, got this one here welded on. I went ahead and welded it out. I'm pretty sure I'm in the right spot. Guess we'll find out when I get the motor mount in. I got the transmission mount all made and tacked on here while I got it welded on each side. I'm going to pull the whole cross member out and weld it up. But that's all made, drilled the holes, cut that center deal out, fold it in right now. I am going to have to shim this up just a little because the transmission's kind of touching the cross member just a little. But it looks good, pretty straight, even with everything. I think we're good. Like I said, you can see the motor's kind of setting over that way just a hair, but I had to because of this rear. The way the center chunk is, you know, it comes out on the side a little. I think it's like 1.5 or 2 inches. But yeah, we're getting there. Frame mounts actually look way better this time than last time too. They come out pretty good. I'm hoping the other one works out the same way. It is a little farther away. Might have to do a little more fabrication or hillbillycation. I wouldn't quite call it fabrication when it's, you know, hillbilly, but whatever, close enough. But I'm gonna get ready to unbolt this cross member, drop it out, weld it out completely, then I can bolt it back up. Probably won't bolt the motor to it yet because I want to pull the motor out, clean the motor, paint the motor before I stick it back in for the last time. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll be back when I do that. All right, trans mount totally in, bolted in for now. I did go ahead and bolt it up. Motor mount totally in. I painted the motor mount, frame mount that is, and trans mount. That's pretty much what we got. Waiting on this other motor mount to come in. It should be there. Now they're saying this Wednesday, which I think is, I don't know, 28th or 9th or something. But we got to do that, which is going to be just about right where the steering box is, so that's good. But it is what it is. But that's where we are. So until I get that, I guess I'm kind of done because I don't want to pull the motor out and do that, clean that and paint it. So I got the other frame mount done so I can do whatever I have to do. Then have everything done. That way when I paint this motor, it'll be going in for the last time. I guess I could kind of start mocking up the drive shaft. I kind of think that it's going to be close to the same one. Because the U-joint was 8 inches. I do got to put the yoke for the Cadillac on the front of it. So maybe I'll start taking that apart here today. But yeah, that's about where we are right now. So I'll be back when I can do more. Alrighty, so now I think I'm gonna work on this drive shaft. I took the yoke off the one end here that goes into the transmission. Now I got to get the yoke off of this Cadillac drive shaft, and then see if it's gonna fit that, or if I got to get a different U-joint, or what I got to do. This has them goofy clips on the inside, so. Alright, let me fight with this and I'll be back with you. Not sure that y'all ever seen these kind of U-joints, but see the little dot there? You gotta heat that, and it'll like squirt up out of there when it gets warm enough. and release the cap. It's kind of a weird deal. I've only really seen them, never done them myself. I've seen them, heard of them, but never really done them myself. So not real sure this propane torch is going to get hot enough, but we're going to try it. So I'll be back with you guys when I let this sit here and warm up for 3 days. I'm out of air and gas for my big torch, so this is what I got. Don't know if heat gun will work. I guess I could try that, but I don't know that it will. So let me get back with you. You can see that starting to rise up out of there. Don't get me wrong, this heat gun really ain't hot enough. The little propane torch wouldn't work, but it is starting to rise. It's like a plastic injection in these things. It's kind of crazy how they did it. It's about the dumbest idea Chevy ever had, other than the distributor in the back. But it's trying. This thing just ain't getting hot enough. It's got a lot of that in there. I need to just go get some air and gas for my torches. So you guys see what it's doing. Alright, I got this motor cleaned up, about as good as it's getting. Took the cap and wires off of it. The excess stuff on the front. Took the power steering and all off of it because we don't need that where we're going. Took the coil off. Just wire wheeled it best I could on the spots I can get. And I bought some, I didn't end up going with the blue paint that Cadillac had. They was like a dark blue. I just don't like it. But I ended up buying, I think it's called Alpine Green, and it's actually a Detroit diesel color. But since my rat rod's green, that's the color we're going with. We're going to paint this motor that. It's called Alpine Green. So that's what we're going to do. I might set you guys up on a time lapse and just let you watch me rebuild this, as Bite Script says, old rattle can rebuild. So here we go. Well, that's what one can did. I kind of need another can to do the bottom of it. The old pan I didn't get to. Little touch up. I wasn't worried about the manifolds because I'm going to, this will have lake pipes on it when I'm done. The manifolds are coming off. So before this thing's completely done, I'll have to buy a lake pipe kit, build the pipes for it. But probably paint the transmission black, I'm thinking. But it don't look bad. I like the color. But it ain't, you know, it could use another coat. I'm going to have to buy another can of this paint. I was hoping to get away with one can, but it didn't happen. So, but overall, it looks good. I even taped over the spark plug, so you know it don't look like I just sprayed it. Well, it does look like I just sprayed it, but you know what I mean. But I think it looks all right. Don't look bad. I'm happy with it. Happy enough. Like I said, I'm gonna order another can, so I'll touch it up and do the bottom of it, and we'll go from there. So that's where we are. We're still waiting on the doggone motor mount. It's supposed to have been here yesterday. Here it is, Thursday the I don't even know what it is, 29th or something. Something like that. Whatever. Yeah, 29th, I think. It still ain't here. So, we're just doing what we can do till we get that. I'm still working. I'm working on the drive shaft. I got to go get air and gas to get this U-joint out, but because it's got that plastic injected U-joint. But yeah, that's where we are. And until I get a little farther, I'll talk to you in a few. Alright, had to kind of reconfigure these mounts a little bit. When I went to make this side, I haven't got any of this welded on yet on this side either. Well, the one side's partially. But let me get some light here. You see, I put that in there. I've got the motor mount in. I guess you guys see that. But it's going to be right against the steering box. So the bracket for the steering box, that's where I'm going to start welding that too. It's setting them just about perfect right now, and then I'll put a gusset down here on both sides also. So that'll take care of this side, but in turn, to get this motor level the way it needs to be, and I leveled the frame to make sure, you know, the frame's level, because this floor is not. But in order to do that, I had to put this in. And I'm still up a hair, but it'll be real close once it's down right. But I gotta weld that in, and it kind of moved the motor a little farther to the passenger side in order to do this, which it makes it just about perfect on this drive shaft angle here. You see the yoke. It's just about perfect. It's just about dead straight in line. I don't know how much you can see there. I mean, it's like just the trans is just a hair higher. Won't be bad. I think it'll work out. So I played around with the wife's brakes for a day. Stupid electronic stuff. The emergency brake fault switch or something wouldn't let the brakes release, and I had to figure out how to reset it. And this is why I hate new stuff, guys. Old stuff don't do that kind of stuff. So anyway, I wasted a half a day on that, and I played with this evening for a little while, but I'm going to go in for tonight, and tomorrow I'm going to weld these mounts up the rest of the way, and then this motor will be mounted. Then on the next video, we'll get to starting to put this body back on, and then we can, you know, it won't be long, we'll be able to hear this thing run. It really helped out raising that up a hair for the manifolds the way they are now. I mean, I'm going to change these to lake pipes, but if you really wanted to, you could probably put exhaust on it if you really wanted with these manifolds. But you know, a 29, it ain't a coupe, it's a sedan, but with no hood, gotta have some kind of pipe hanging out the side. So lake pipes is what I plan on doing. Still not 100% on this color of the motor. I might go black with it, tell you the truth. I might paint the motor black, but we will see. But yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop right here. Tomorrow I'll get this welded in, and I'll show you guys what it's like when it's done. All right, mounts are done, bolted in. You can see what I did. Don't want to focus. Welded it across there, put a gusset on each side. On this side, I had to raise it up. I used a piece of this 1 inch, I think it's 1.5 inches by 3-inch tubing. I put it there, welded it on both sides there, bolted it up. It's all bolted. So that's tight. Nuts are on. I'll show you this other one here. Yeah, you can see what I got. I put a gusset there and welded across. I didn't even clean this slag off. It welded real good though. It's in there good and tight. So transmission mount's done. Motor mounts are done. I'm ready to set this body on. The drive shaft I got figured out. I got to pick up a 400 turbo yoke to go in the trans, because this Cadillac one's got this weird yoke on it. I don't know if you guys can see it down in here or not, but it's got like a coupling that connects these two U-joints, this one and this one. And it's real weird. I'm not saying I couldn't cut that off with the cut wheel and make it work, but it'd probably just be easier to grab another yoke and go from there. So with that being said here, I think that's the end of this video. The motor is now mounted. We're ready for the body, which before I put the body on, I'm going to redo the firewall, clean it up, make it look a little better. I did get some new things for that. I got this, let me see it here. I got this new collar to go through the firewall for that, so it cleans up, makes it look better, because I just kind of had it hacked through the last time. It should look a lot better. And you know, this being the Chevrolet style starter, there won't be a solenoid on the firewall again. Should be pretty smoothed over, nothing but lines coming, you know, wires coming through. And I bought new grommets for that. So yeah, I think that's where we're going to end this video. And don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, you know, tell some people to watch these videos, and get some subscribers. I've been setting on around 280 to 284, which it kind of goes up and down, or 680, not 280, 680 to 684 subscribers for, to me, it seems like a year. I'm not getting any more subscribers, but either way, you guys that do watch it, I appreciate you. And overall, I'm just kind of documenting what I do, so it ain't that big of a deal. But gives me a good time in the garage every winter, because that's what I do in the wintertime. Sit here, watch the fire, play with my hot rods, and that's just what I like to do. So, again, we'll see you on the next one. This is the next video actually might be finishing rebuilding. Actually, we already started. I've been working on this video. Rebuild my son's small block Chevy. We got everything to finish it up. It's at bottom ends already together. He's going to clean it up, paint it, and then we got to do the heads and timing. We got to do the timing chain, heads, and oil pan on it. But yeah, it'll be back together before long, and we should be putting that in his truck. I mean, he's got to paint the frame. He did clean it up. He's got to paint it before we put it in, clean it up real good, and then we'll be putting it back in. But it's sitting over here, all bottom end done and cleaned up. We just got that oil pan setting on there for now, because we had to get a bung welded in his new one for an oil return, since my cousin's going to let us put his Pro Charger on this thing. So it should be pretty fun this time. And yep, that's where we're at. And until next time, we'll talk to you later.